right? Play a little deeper, and if that player cuts it, let him cut it, right? Now you have an open play, right? Like, that's how you build out consistency, and good job winning the game. But this is how you build out impact in threes, where you're a little bit deeper. You're here. If this player didn't cut it, air dribble, reset, right? You get your mechanical play. If that player cuts it, you just sit and wait. Here's your control. And then you build out consistency out of that play, whether it's a better touch right here, leaving it for teammate, a better pop right here, maybe a low 50 instead, the bait. I don't know, but I just want you to know that this is not you being afraid to play the ball. This is you actually making the smarter decision. Okay, I'll play that. Oh, he's going to go. I'm going to fake. I'm going to wait. I'm going to do my thing. And if you think about it, you just took, I would say, 3 people out of the game. And, like, that wasn't even good mechanics. But the game sense was there. The game sense took those players out of the game. You actually positioned for the play and made a smart decision. We're going to look at crisps. We're going to look at crisps. Man, I cannot say SPS. I think something's wrong with me. We have RSC game, 1900 2K. Confidence wasn't there as I don't have much trust in my mechanics. Oh, I'm sure you're fine. Also getting lost in rotation on defense. That might be an issue. I wouldn't stress it, dude. If you're high enough rank, you have good mechanics. I feel you not feeling confident, though. So, I've never seen this player play. So, I will probably just try to tackle what's in front of me. See what happens. Let's just call this SSL. We'll take that. Nice job supporting your teammate on that goal. All right. Wow, this is a good cut. I would actually say good cut. First impression, this is not coaching. Observation. We're just kind of like slowing down. We're trying to control, right? Like trying to control the ball. Not like, oh, dribble, air dribble. Not like mechanically, but like you're trying to control the ball. Like look at the POV, right? Cal cutting, Storm here, Mimical here. It's better just to boom it. Which, yeah, booms are throwing the ball away. But, like, you don't have any... You can't control. Maybe one day you can pre-flip air dribble, double flip reset down the field and score. But, like, this is a very tough moment to control the ball in. You're kind of, like, forcing it. I'll take a control play right here. Still a little risky because you're a third man with low boost. Kind of a third. Kind of. Second man, third man. You guys are kind of same. Anyways, all this player has to do is cut you. But there's a little bit of space here. I still feel like you're kind of forcing it a little bit. And then we get here, and I felt like we were forcing it. I don't know if it's a speed thing or a control thing. Obviously, you're not controlling the ball right there. You're positioning. It's got the same... That was a good cut. It has the same kind of vibe to it where you're trying to play slow in a moment where, like, it's hard to play slow. And, like, all these plays break down differently, but, like, you know, if you want to play slow right here, you need to be farther back. Like, you're too close to play slow. If you're right here, you need to be pre-jumping or fast. So that's like first impression. You're kind of like I thought it was ball control. I think it's kind of like an overall slowness. Like you're trying to play too calculated and controlled in a moment that like doesn't really call for it. First impression. It's picking up a little bit. I will give you a general. So that was our first play, right? Like you had plays before you had, like you played the ball. But like I would say that was our first play. And that's what I was going to say before you did that. I stopped myself because I saw you going for air dribble. A minute and a half to do something that like did something, meaning move the ball up the field, force their third man to 50. Like that created something. I don't know if they're linked where you're trying. I don't know. Like overplay. Like it's like this like forcing slow play when it's not there, controlling the ball when it's not there, overplaying situations, but like it's kind of like forcing everything. Like you're trying too hard to do something. And like the answer is kind of like rotate out, steal some boost, demo sort of thing. But I'm going to let this play now. That's just first impression. I guess we could call it like overplay forcing. I wouldn't, like maybe you weren't confident with mechanics because of this. Your mechanics look fine. I wouldn't say like, again, never seen you play. I wouldn't say you have extraordinary mechanics for 1900 2K where like I'm watching you and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this dude's gonna go pro. Like he is so crazy. But I wouldn't say, I think there's more game sense stuff going on in forcing over. Like there's nothing here, right? Like you're trying too hard. And like I know as a player, like you'll think to yourself like, oh, mechanics breaking down, I messed up my flip. As in you go, you pre-flip and say, oh, you pre-flipped under the ball, and it's like, man, mechanics broke down. I didn't get like full touch on the ball, full face on the ball, but you don't have boost and there's nothing here, right? Like you just shouldn't even be there's nothing here. Like I could think of the only play, teammate doubled with you. The only play action is if you somehow pinched this down to the ground and this dude stayed and took a shot. But like that is such like a, I don't want to say rare opportunity because it could happen, but I don't get a mechanics vibe. I get a, you're trying way too hard and forcing and overplaying. And a lot of it, man, and I'm going to let this play now, but a lot of it, just so you know, is like not even like overthinking. What do you do instead? Okay, like you play, like leave. Like it's kind of like rotate, whether it's rotate out or rotate forward and grab this demo and rotate out. It's not really a going like hardcore with like, oh, you should have went up and then down and went for the demo like crazy. That you wouldn't do that here. It's kind of just a general like don't play the situation. So I'm gonna let this play now. Like play that, right? We want to play that. Leave the play. Like you're forcing. I'm gonna let this play. I keep lying. But like you're forcing, as in, okay, you're cutting as a second, which is good game sense. This player was back here. You're cutting to fill space. No, that's how your brain's thinking. Good game sense. right? You're rotating. You're like, oh, my teammate went to corner. I will cut mid. Now there's nothing, right? Like, if that ball ricocheted out, your read was good, but it didn't happen. And now there's nothing. And now this is the forcing. Now you want something to be here, but there isn't. And like, what's the solution? Leave the play. Like, you can't do anything. You have 100 boosts, but you have no momentum in the midfield, right? And that pass was like honestly a perfect pass. It came right to you. But look, it was the perfect pass, but you can't do anything if you're not moving. Right? If you were just a little bit farther back, that pass comes, you could have a better shot, a better challenge, etc. because you're moving. So it's this it's like it's overplay with like playing the ball, positioning, kind of a general overplay vibe. And then like maybe your brain is thinking, oh, I gotta score that. My mechanics are breaking down. No, like that's a game. It's a game sense play. Like, you just shouldn't have been there to begin with, and you should have retimed the play and just rotate out. It's not max. You're not in a good position, and you don't have momentum to be mechanical. That's an overplay, right? It's so I hope you could trust me. Crisps. First read on you as a player. I'm gonna keep things pretty simple, like very fundamental. But I'm trying to explain the why, as to why I'm gonna be saying what I'm saying. But even this play, you can play this if it was a better ball, right? Like, you have the boost. I would even say you have the position, kind of. But if that was a little bit higher, softer, whatever, you could play it. But, like, now it's overplay, right? Like, what you were reading, and you were hesitating a little bit, and you were out of position a little bit, but what you were reading was wrong, but you forced it anyways. And I'm going to try to talk through this stuff, but, like, the simple is playing a second and a third man kind of at this midfield line. Not really like deep third. I don't know if deep third is, I would assume deep third is a common term in Europe. I think it's just common in Rocket League. It's not really deep third, but positioning a little bit farther back as a second third, rotating across the goal line, looking for demos, stealing boost, leaving the play, and I'll talk through some plays. Goal line, backboard, very like your fundamental like rotation positioning concepts that I'm trying to explain. Like, with all these plays, I'm trying to explain why. It's just be in a little bit of a better position, or just leave the play entirely to get a better like read on the situation. I don't necessarily want you to stop going for the ball. I want you to stop going for the ball when it's not a good play. Yeah. Like, I want, like, personally for me, like, just with how you look as a player right now, I would rather have more situations like this where what you're doing is playing a third, tracking pads, playing patient, and you go and you passed, but like, let's say even like a teammate wasn't here and you just straight up threw the ball away. I would rather have those problems, like actual mechanics problems or actual control problems where you're throwing the ball away. But what I want is just more POVs that look like this, where like it's just very clear. Like, you have open space, you have an open ball, you're going to do what you're going to do. It's like very clear versus, we'll show this one more time. Look at this POV. Tracking, reacting, hesitating, out of position a little bit, not reading the play, versus this where you're playing patient, rotating, not going for the ball, sitting, right? Even this is a little awkward. You're like, where do I go? Where do I go? But then you get an open play. That should be your biggest goal, is to get more open plays. And just to keep talking through things, it's like, okay, we had our open play. Keep it super simple and fundamental. Like, you don't have boost. If you're thinking, I'm a first man, I want to force, I'm sure that's what you're thinking, because like you don't have boost to control or shoot. Don't even jump and just stay grounded and track your pads and leave the play. It's not a ball chasing vibe. I'm not telling you to leave the play because you're ball chasing. We're overplaying and we're wasting boost. Leave the play, just like this. Leave the play, just like, you see that? Like, I know that's so simple, but like, clean up your gameplay and just get comfortable like doing nothing and just rotating out. Right, you see how you creep in this? I'm trying to show like POVs. We had the good example of, you know, just leave the play, just rotate out. And you're thinking, okay, maybe I'll dodge the demo. Oh, they doubled. I'll pick whatever happens up. Now you're too close. Like, this is the moment where maybe you control that boost, or you just do little turnaround. Now you're too close. And I would do a little turnaround as opposed to being like farther back, because you're close, because you're dodging the demo. But it's the recognition, I know this is tough, that like you can't, no momentum, you have boost, but now it's a dead play. Like you're out of position for it. And then you go to force it, and it's like, yeah, we hit the ball, but now we lost the boost race. Now we got to go back, and now we have no boost, and now we're awkward. And you deal with it fine, as in like a cut, a backflip challenge. And I want you going for that. That's a good play, good low boost play. Try to keep like talking through this. Good. Keep it simple, man. It's like, what are the options? Just like drive through, rotate, leave the play. Play a little bit farther back. Get a POV that looks like this. Right? And that's the problem I'd rather see. Where we're a little bit deeper, we have full boost, we're in position, but then that happens. Like, that's more so mechs breaking down. But you do a good job adjusting in the sidewheel double. And I would, again, to keep it simple, rotate through the corner, man. You kind of habitually like overplay these corners. Like you're trying to like maybe stop it or force it, or I'm not sure where your head's at with it. Just rotate through. You could look for demos if you have speed. You could look for boost control if you have the time, but just rotate through that corner. If you have time, like watch the replay back. You've done it a couple times where like you'll make a play and then you overplay it. Like just continue forward and keep it simple. Rotate. Don't overplay it. Like you're rotating, but you could have had a better pad rotation, smoother recovery if you just didn't overplay this initial ball. Not this right here. It's still quick, and you're a fast player. That is just a shot breaking down. That doesn't bug me. What I would call this is like just drive, just rotate, just position. It's like just do like anything off the ball. Maybe even just steal boost, just demo. I think you're a little too focused on playing the ball. You get sucked in positionally to some plays, and then your mechs break down. But your mechs are breaking down because like you're not in a good position, right? Play a little deeper, and if that player cuts it, let him cut it, right? Now you have an open play, right? Like, that's how you build out consistency, and good job winning the game. But this is how you build out impact in threes, where you're a little bit deeper. You're here. If this player didn't cut it, air dribble, reset, right? You get your mechanical play. If that player cuts it, you just sit and wait. Here's your control. And then you build out consistency out of that play, whether it's a better touch right here, leaving it for teammate, a better pop right here, maybe a low 50 instead, the bait. I don't know, but I just want you to know that this is not you being afraid to play the ball. This is you actually making the smarter decision. Okay, I'll play that. Oh, he's going to go. I'm going to fake. I'm going to wait. I'm going to do my thing. And if you think about it, you just took, I would say, 3 people out of the game. And, like, that wasn't even good mechanics. But the game sense was there. The game sense took those players out of the game. You actually positioned for the play and made a smart decision. And just to kind of debrief, rotate through the corner, leave the play, position a little bit deeper. I would just say at the midfield line, try to stay right there. Goal line, backboard. That's it. Like, very, very simple stuff. Like, as in simple things to focus that you already know. But I hope the real value from this comes from the why. The overplay. Like, you're trying too hard. It's that simple. Obviously, it's SSL. You got to do some stuff. Right? But you don't have to try that hard.